Hello, everybody, and welcome to IC Markets Market Commentary. My name is Tamar Mer from Trade with Precision. So, over the weekend, OPEC surprised the market with a supply boost, and we also had President Trump signing into law his signature tax and spending bill. So, what I want to do today is start with a chart of crude oil, and this is the monthly chart. And as we can see on the monthly, we are still in a downtrend. We had that sharp rise during the escalation of the tension in the Middle East, but we haven't been able to break the high of the previous swing lower high. We had a rejection, it was a strong pullback, but we rejected that move and closed bearish for the month of June. We also have the momentum indicators converging to the downside with the moving averages 10, 20, 50 all fanning all in the correct order for a downtrend. Now, I also marked here the level around the 65. We can see it was a very strong level in the past, plenty of touches along the way. Now, taking a look here on the weekly, as higher time frame are pulling back, lower time frame tend to change direction. So what we've got here on the weekly is an uptrend. So we pushed here to a higher high, and then we pull back and we're testing this 65 level from above. So we do have a contradiction between the time frames. Taking a look here on the daily chart, and what we can see here on the daily is that this sharp move, a strong pullback, and we're consolidating above that level. So currently we made a lower high around the 68 level. So what I'm looking for, and I'm watching the 64 level very, very closely for a short-term trading opportunities to the downside, I'm looking at compressions of price above that level. So I've got here one lower high, but it's a strong distance between these two. I want to see some more lower highs, small candles above this level. Then I'll be looking for a potential break and a move lower with the level in sight of 60. Next, I want to take a look at the chart of euro dollar. Now, euro dollar, if we'll have a look here on the daily, it's a very nice uptrend. We've got clear series of higher highs and higher lows. We've got the moving averages 10, 20, 50, all fanning, all in the correct order for an uptrend. And I marked here the level of 1.1630. It's the previous swing high on the move higher. It's a nice push here to a new higher high. So what I'd like to do is add the Fibonacci retracement of this daily move. So from the low into the high, all the way up. And what we can see is that we've got the 50% retracement clustering very nicely with this level. So let's take a look here on the higher time frame. So let's have a look on the weekly. Now on the weekly, we can see the market is in a very nice uptrend. Again, moving averages here as well, 10, 20, 50, all fanning, all in the correct order. And we've got convergence here to the upside on the momentum indicators. So what I'd like to do now is add another level of Fibonacci retracement, this time on the weekly chart. So we'll take the Fibonacci retracement from the weekly low all the way to the high, and we can see that the same level that we had clustering nicely with a 50% retracement on the daily is also a 23% level on the weekly move. So that we have here clustering of technical elements. So what I'm looking for is a pullback to test this level from above and a continuation of the move. If we'll take a look here on the monthly chart, we can see that we had previous touches on that level in the past, but also that we're coming close to this 1.2 level. So we could see some sellers coming back into the market around that area. Next, I want to take a look at the chart of Aussie CAD. So on Tuesday, we've got the RBA rate decision, and the market is expecting a rate cut of 0.25%. So the level that I'm watching for here is the 0.89. We can see that on the daily, we are in an uptrend, but we haven't been able here to break this previous high, and currently we're pulling back. So I'm looking for compressions of price around this level. If we get a break below this level, I'll be looking for a move toward the level of 0.88. If we get some buyers coming back around this area, I'll be looking for a move toward the 0.90 level. But if we take a look here on the weekly chart, we can see that the weekly last week we closed with a bearish rejection candle. So a break below this level is also confirming a lower high on this market on the weekly chart. So I do have a preference toward the short side, but it could be that we'll get another pullback and then another push toward that level. A quick look at the monthly chart, and we can see that the monthly chart is also in a downtrend and we are not too far from the moving averages. Happy trading, everyone. Bye for now.